Hello guys, hi. I hope I'm audible and visible, right? Hello Abhishek. Hi Berilina. Hi Shonik. Hello Hamad. Hi. Just a minute. I'm very new to this and I'm very novice. Okay, just give me some time. I'm trying to fix things. Uh, okay. Hi Ranjana. Hello. Uh, is my voice and everything is clear? Then we will start. Okay. Please confirm once. Okay. Please let me know if I'm audible. Okay. Otherwise, I have to do some settings and all. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Berilina. Okay, great. Chalo. So the language of this video is going to be bilingual. जिस लैंग्वेज में आप क्वेश्चन करेंगे आई विल ट्राई टू आंसर इन दैट. ठीक है, इंग्लिश हिंदी वी विल कीप इट मिक्स, लाइक ओनली इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी. ओके, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आई डोंट नो एनी अदर लैंग्वेज. So English and Hindi, we'll keep it in that. Or before that, because I already gave a Google form link and many of you have filled it, so I will start with those things. Okay, just to have a brief idea about it. So basically the idea of doing these live lessons is to interact with you all in a live like platform, and the idea is to discuss about PhD and postdoc. Okay, because a lot of queries are there and you need them to be answered. I have seen a lot of comments on my videos, but it becomes technically very difficult to answer every question. So I tried ki okay, we will do a live session, and if it works well, if it goes well over the period of time, we will be doing it continuously. Okay, maybe every week or maybe after every 15 days we will try to do that, so that we can interact with more people and we can discuss about these things. Okay, so I'll start with some questions which have been posted on the Google form link. So I'll start with Mayank's question. So Mayank, I think Mayank is not there in the over here, but Mayank is an undergraduate, and he has asked that he is pursuing chemistry honors first year, and he want to know that what are the domains which will be demand in research in future, chemistry perspective, and how to choose research topic and which topic will be more effective in future basically. And okay, so the thing is, Mayank, you are in undergraduate and you are very new. Okay, uh, okay, Momita, I'll start answering your, because I already see on the platform I already gave a Google form link so that people can ask questions, and those questions which have been asked I'm trying to answer them. Okay, just quickly, and then we will come to the live chat. Meanwhile, if you have any specific question, please write that down and I'll try to answer that. Okay, I'm here till next 30-45 minutes. Okay, so Mayank's question is that he is doing chemistry honors and he's in undergraduate. Okay, and which chemistry or which field in chemistry is in demand? See, if you ask me, and since you are undergraduate, you have to go through masters and then PhDs. I would recommend, Mayank, that uh, in chemistry, especially currently, like if you are trying to do very old school chemistry, basic chemistry, if you are trying to do, that is something which I would suggest not to go for. Okay, go for something which is related to energy. Okay, so it will include like catalyst preparation, which will include some of your inorganic chemistry. फिर आता है your like material chemistry. ठीक है, which is more towards energy restoration, energy like people want to solve ideas, so people want to solve questions. Okay, and that's why more and more research is being done in these field, and that's what I would recommend. Okay, and apart from that, medicinal chemistry, bio related research, that is something which is being in more demand these days, and also AI based research. Okay, this is something which will come up in next, which is already started in next 5 years. I think AI will take over a lot of things, especially computational related things. A lot of things is going to go in AI based. Okay, so these are certain fields in which you can look for. Okay, next we have a question from Gaurav. Gaurav is asking that I am pursuing a master's from State University. I do not perform practicals in college. So is it essential to have good laboratory practice during PhD? Okay, so the thing is, see, in India हमें पता है that most of these places, most of these institute colleges, they don't have good infrastructure. ठीक है, वहाँ पर labs नहीं है, वहाँ पर facilities नहीं है, chemicals नहीं है. So the thing is that you should not feel that you are left behind. There are a lot of people along with you. So it's better that be focused and with time you will learn. मैं भी जब masters में था मुझे इतना कुछ नहीं आता था. Whatever I have learned during my PhD. Okay, and it's not like I have done my masters from State University. I did it from Central University, but still there was very less facilities there. I always tell it in all my talk, wherever I talk about it, that it's never too late that you have not learned things. Yes, it will take time for you to cope up with others who are doing research currently, but it's not like that you are going to be left behind than others. Okay, let me just take quickly few questions from the chat. Okay, so yeah, Momita is asking that sir, can you please tell research course that can help in doing research? Research course that can help in doing research? I don't understand, Momita. You want me to answer about some course which can help you to gain some experience or something? See, research, if you're talking about chemistry, visually you can understand lot of things. Lot of these like platforms like Merck, then Thermo Fisher, they have lot of videos available. If you want me to know about chemistry, okay, that I can tell you because that's my field. So lot of videos are there and you can watch those videos. You will get lot of idea about how things go, okay, or how a certain thing has to be performed. That will somewhat help. I hope that's your question. Okay, Arjun is asking South Korea for PhD, any publication? See, South Korea, yeah, in South Korea they will ask, you need to have see, if you have publication, it's always good. If you don't have, then you should have the other things better. I mean, your reference should be better, your statement of purpose should be better. Okay, that should overpower your publication. So you should be able to explain in your email or application that why you want to do research, and even though you don't have any publication but you are interested in learning and you want to do. So publication is always better if you want to do PhD, but if you don't have, you have to compensate it with good writing. Okay, that is something you have to take care of. Okay, Abhishek is telling I'm confused between organometallic research and medicinal chemistry, what to do. See, Abhishek, organometallic chemistry is a big topic. Okay, I mean, it has supramolecular chemistry, it has catalyst based reaction mechanism, then you have water splitting and energy related, वो सारे energy related में चले जाते हैं. So the thing is that and medicinal chemistry is very specific. So organometallic, maybe there are like parts. Okay, so if you are going towards something which is as I said, which is towards energy oriented or something related to that, I would recommend to go over there. अगर दोनों की तरफ neutral, if you don't have any prior experience or prior biasness towards a topic, then go for medicinal. Okay, अगर दोनों की तरफ neutral हो तो go for medicinal. It has a lot of what do you say, scope, I would call it. Okay, let me take few more questions from the Google form. So Gaurav is asking that he's in masters and is pursuing masters. Okay, I already answered this question. Okay, next is Utkarsh. Utkarsh is an undergraduate and he is asking what is the scope of geology after PhD in whether in industry or academia. So regarding geology in industry, there are very few opportunities, very specific. If you see these fields, geology, geography and these things related, these are like very specific fields, and if you do your course in there, Although the vacancies will be less, you will have opportunities will be less, but competition will be again very few. So there will be very few people competing with you. So if you are interested in it, go for it. Specifically industry and or academia related things I cannot answer, but yeah, in geology in USA or abroad, see, USA is funding a lot of scientific related research. Okay, a lot of scientific related research. So if your things are contributing something to the scientific world, you can definitely apply in US. Okay, look for some labs who are working in your field. Okay, let me take few more questions. uh, Hamad is asking government sector job after PhD in organometallic chemistry. Hamad, see, all in all, if I tell you, government sector jobs after PhD are very few in India if you're asking. Okay, so बहुत ही कम जॉब है. टीचिंग जॉब वही लाइक असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर और वो वाली चीज़ है, वो तुम्हें पता होगा एकेडमिया में. अदरवाइज गवर्नमेंट जॉब में इन organometallic chemistry से I don't think there is any other option. There are very few vacancies which sometimes, like it's not very regular, कभी कभार आती है in DRDO और ISRO, ठीक है, in ISRO. They want some scientist for for example, when Chandrayaan India was planning for Chandrayaan, that time they hired a lot of inorganic chemist, lot of spectrochemist, because they wanted to they got some sample from the moon and they wanted to test, and they also wanted to send some spectrometer on the moon surface. So it is like very specific over the time. You cannot predict कि ऐसा कोई specific job है या नहीं. That is not there. हाँ, geoscientist is something which is always there, which is common for everyone, है ना. Okay, next is Kars is asking, sir, is PhD in foreign university tough to get in? नहीं, foreign university में it's not difficult. मुझे भी लगता था when I was applying, when I was in masters or I got to know about it in PhD actually. See, हमें उस time पे there was nobody to tell, there was nobody to guide, so पता नहीं था इस बारे में इतना. But it's not very difficult unless you have a good writing method, convincing power. You should have a good way of representing your things. Also, अगर experience है, it's very good. बहुत से बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो मास्टर्स के बाद they don't join PhD and they keep doing projects in India, ठीक है. With project they gain lot of interest, lot of experience, और फिर वो experience पे they try to apply in US. So if you are someone who is willing to do that, I would recommend you to, if you are very convinced that you want to go to foreign, so in that case, I mean, go for it, do some projects, okay, gain some experience, and then apply in US or in any other foreign country. Aparna is asking, hi, will we get admitted for PhD in CNS if GATE rank is more than 2000? Aparna, I have seen people getting in CNS, okay, and 2000 rank is not bad for CENS, okay. You might get an option for opportunity for interview. After that, everything depends on your interview, okay. Okay, बचपन की कहानियाँ, asking, I am MSc topper but I am afraid of PhD. I don't know whether I have potential in research or not. वो बहुत common सी चीज़ है, right? But the thing is, since you are MSc topper, that means you are good in academia, and I would not say that a person who is good in studies will be good in research. Research and studies are very different things. So the best way of understanding yourself is join somewhere for 6-month internship or 6-month project or 1-year project and see कि कैसा लग रहा है, ठीक है. If you are willing to do or not. If it is too overwhelming, don't do it, ठीक है. अगर research करने का मन नहीं है, then don't do it, okay. Research is not for everyone. That is for sure. I can tell you this thing. Okay, it's not for everyone. Okay, Abhishek. Okay, next is Gauri. Gauri is telling, hello sir, I am going to completing my PhD from State University. What are the possibilities of getting postdoc in abroad? Give me some possibilities to secure postdoc position. Gauri, I have been talking about postdoc things a lot of time. Like I have made a lot of videos related to that. So two things are very important. Number one is your email. A cold email which you do, okay. So currently the job market has shifted from US to Europe, okay. So if you are interested and if you are if you are applying for postdoc, look for more positions in Europe, okay. and I'm going to drop a video on Europe, like maybe today or tomorrow it will be there on YouTube. Tomorrow it will be there on YouTube. So regarding Europe, lot of vacancies are there, opportunities are there. So try to apply over there, and your email should be good, and your CV should be good, and your like cover letter should be good. These three things should be very good. Okay, don't use AI to write all those things. People nowadays can identify अगर तुमने chat GPT use किया, right? If you have used chat GPT, they will understand. Okay, Gauri. So keep these three things in mind, and I think you will get selected. Doesn't matter. State university से मैंने बहुत से लोगों को देखा है, like जो कि postdoc कर रहे हैं बाहर, है ना? How to write a SOP for at IITs? I think I have made a video, Abhishek, but I can discuss about that in a separate video. Okay, I think यहाँ पर it won't be enough time to discuss about writing SOP. Parthan is saying I'm doing undergrad physics third year. India में scope है या नहीं? Also, can you give a brief idea about research? How to get into the field? See, physics में scope देखो इंडिया में ना, to be frank, इंडिया में दो तीन चीजें हैं which has a lot of scope. Including I mean in your scientific field, I'm telling chemistry, physics, life science, in all three I'm telling you, that is academia first of all, and research, like research scientist positions जो आती हैं. Physics में relatively there is like less people who are doing it, so you will face less competition over there. But these are three major places in physics. There are few industries which hire depending upon what area of physics you are going to do your PhD in. So some industry will also hire, like if you are doing solid state physics or quantum related physics, there are a lot of like companies like Qualcomm and all, they hire a lot of quantum chemists, quantum physicists, because they are making a lot of quantum related stuffs these days and they are interested in that. So they are hiring PhDs and postdocs with physics background. So if you have interest in them, then explore that, and these are certain opportunities which I think will be there. Okay. Sir, can you tell how to learn instrumentation part? Momita, instrumentation, see, any instrument, if you want to learn, it takes time, okay, and it can be done on hands-on only. See, if I want to learn how this instrument works, okay, so unless and until I have this instrument, unless and until I know how to operate it, I cannot do it. मैं वीडियो देख सकता हूँ, I can look upon videos on YouTube, people will explain this button, that button, but unless and until I will touch it myself, unless and until I will feel the instrument myself, I will troubleshoot things, I won't be able to learn that. Basic things you can learn, okay, basic things you can know, how to turn it on, how to put the parameters, how to scan, how to record, all these things you can learn, but how to, you know, troubleshoot things, it's not going to be done unless and until you do it by yourself. Okay. How much amount one gets in postdoc in US? It depends on what funding agency you have. If your funding agency is NIH in US, your salary will be somewhere around $55,000 to $60,000 per year. Okay, it can be more than that also, depending upon city. Also, it depends. If your funding agency is NSF, then your like salary will be slightly less. It will be around $50,000. So basically $50,000 to $60,000, that's your salary. And this is, I'm telling, without tax. Okay, you have to pay tax also, and taxation is quite high over here. So like, and also like your rent and everything is very high over here. So it's like, it's not like it looks like okay, you are earning a lot, but then you are going to spend also a lot. Okay, so I hope I answer your question. Okay, सर मेडिसिनल केमिस्ट्री रिसर्च के लिए बेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूट IIT आइजर. मेडिसिनल केमिस्ट्री के लिए अभिषेक बेस्ट इंस्टीट्यूट आई वुड से इज नाइपर. ठीक है, फार्मास्यूटिकल एंड मेडिसिनल रिसर्च, नाइपर इज द बेस्ट प्लेस टू डू इफ यू आर डूइंग इट इन इंडिया. ठीक है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, इफ यू वांट टू गो टू आइजर, then do it from either Kolkata or either Pune. These two are doing very good in medicinal chemistry. And then IITs mein top IITs, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur, you can choose among these. Like then they come, like then it depends upon the tier of IIT and IISERs. But specifically, if you are asking me institute, then that is NIPER. And if you want to go for CSIR lab, then CCMB, CDRI, these are good institute to do medicinal chemistry. Okay. Okay, Supreet has a big question. It says, I am having difficulty in getting postdoc in US due to NIH fund cuts. I understand. I am also facing the same. What to do? Take a postdoc in India or a project position until situation gets better? Supreet, first of all, I would suggest you that don't just look in US, okay, because in US situation is, it is going to take time to, for the situation to get back to normal, okay. Currently, see, this is my second postdoc in US, and because of the fund issues, a lot of people have been, those who were already enrolled in postdoc, they have been laid off from here. So it's like, the thing is that those who have position, those who have secured position, they are also facing problem over here, okay. So now the thing is, that's why those who are trying to apply, they are not getting opportunity. So don't, if you go in India, make sure that you are not signing any bond, because in India generally Indian supervisors, they know that you are coming here because you are not getting anywhere in abroad, and as soon as you get anywhere in abroad, you are going to leave the lab and go. So what they do is they ask you to sign a bond for 1 year or 2 year, whatever time they want. So don't sign that, okay. Make it very clear to them that you don't want that. And if apart from that, if you're getting a project position, go for that, okay. But look for other places also. Don't just look in US. Look for places in Europe. Look for places in Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, okay. Right now there is like lot of fellowships which are there. Humboldt fellowship is going on in Europe. Try to look for a host in Europe and apply based upon that. If you go with a fellowship now, it becomes very easy as a postdoc. Your 4-5 years will be very peaceful. Like 4-5, I'm telling a lot. Like 2-3 years will be a very peaceful time of your postdoc. Okay, you won't be having any problem with your funding. You will be treated very uh, in a very honored way. After your postdoc, also you will have like, upper hand with that, because you have gained some uh, what do you say, a lot of fundings and all. So it gives a positive impact. Pranav is asking, sir, I'm preparing for CSR net. I did my MSc in organic chemistry, also want a topper. How can I decide which topic to choose for PhD? How can I really know which topic should I choose? See, Pranav, there are two things, okay? Uh, uh, there are two things. The thing is that either you are, I mean, if you are interested in certain thing, you will get to know by reading that one. Second is, if you have done any project, I'm assuming that you have not done any project. So whatever you think that give interest more, organic, inorganic, physical, whatever you can sit and read for a long time, or give interest more to understand that, you can go for that, okay. Like that you can choose, and then try to look for some topic in that particular field which is trending, which you think, which I also talk about it, that over the period of time how that is going to change, and that is going to be something in demand. To look for certain those topics. If today you will sit and try to do conventional chemistry or conventional research, you will only end up having very few opportunities, or for very few options, either to go in academia or just to join somewhere as a scientist or something. You don't have any other options after that. You cannot go in industry and all. So try to keep topic in a way that a lot of gates are open for you. Yes, Supreet, I understand. I understand. A lot of people have lost postdoc position after getting offer letter. They have been retracted because of the funding. So that's sad, but I mean, that's that's what you pay for when politics and science mix up. So you can't do anything, you know. Okay, next is Hamad. Hamad, sir, can you tell about Humboldt Fellowship postdoc? Hamad, I'll make a video on that. Okay, Humboldt Fellowship. I'm working on that, and maybe in 2-3 days I'll upload that video. Okay. Uh, Shaunak is tell me fellowship and how to get it for PhD abroad in Europe. So Shaunak, there are some fellowships like Dad Fellowship is there, then Marie Curie is there. These two are like very renowned fellowships. Okay, then there is Wiesmann Fellowship, which is in collaboration with Israel and Europe. So Wiesmann Fellowship also you can look for. So these three are major ones. Okay, and I told you I am going to drop a video maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow upon a PhD in Europe, and I have already done recording of that. Editing is going on, so you will be getting that video very soon. So a lot of information will be there regarding PhD in Europe. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Okay. Next, Shashank, hi, hello. Swati, hi sir, is there any opportunity for computational chemistry, and what are requirement of skill as I'm organic chemistry student? Swati, computational chemistry has a lot of opportunity because of the current scenario in which we are living. A lot of things are being done on the computer itself. Recent Nobel Prize was given on AlphaFold, which is again something related to computational chemistry. So again, we look for something. There are two types of computational chemistry which people do. One is quantum computational chemistry, and one is computational chemistry in a medicinal way, where people use computational tools to design drugs or to do protein binding and related stuff. So these are two major fields. Okay. uh, this field which I am talking about, computational tool used for medicinal stuffs, that is something which is in very much demand. Industries are looking for it, labs are looking for it, a lot of funding are being done in this field. So if you are currently looking for something to go, this is one thing which you can go for. What are the requirement skills? You should know basic Linux, okay, because all these things are done in Linux based system. If you know Python language, it's very good. If you don't know, it's not a big issue. You can learn over the period of time. So you should be good with computer. Okay, and you should be having habit of sitting in front of computer for long hours. So बैठने की जरूरत पड़ेगी because you won't be doing lot of wet work in that way. Okay. Sir, what about a scope in PhD in climate change? Climate change related research is also something which is in high demand. Okay, yeah, you can go for it. See, climate change RIA is going to happen every time, and it will always be in demand unless and until we are doomed as a planet. Okay, so till that time, climate change related research will always have demand. Go for specific institutes which are doing it. Okay, there are a lot of specific institutes, especially in India, like. There is an institute, CSR lab in Goa. It's an institute for oceanology that works, or they look for climate change affecting, how it's affecting ocean and all. Then there are institute in Odisha, CSR labs, which are working on climate change. CSR labs, okay, and then in Tamil Nadu. So look for these institute which are specifically working in climate change related research, and then it will be very good for you. Okay, do it from a specific institute. You will gain a lot of interest. Apu is asking, except postdoc, what are the opportunities can I have after PhD in material chemistry, specifically MOFs and other porous material? Apu, some industries look for people having like knowledge of MOFs. Okay, that is one thing. Second thing is, if you want to go in industry, second thing is, and you cannot directly go in industry, I would recommend you to join as a assistant scientist or as a scientist position somewhere, and then learn and gain some interest, work under some project which is partially funded by some industry or some company, and then you can go for it. If you are talking about India, in India, Reliance is developing a lot of things related to that, and they need a lot of people from material background. Okay, they are working on, because I know some of my seniors who are working in it, so that's why I can tell you. So yeah, they have been working, and a lot of places in Japan, they are also looking for it. So you have to search for these things. Okay, you have to search on internet, you have to discuss it with your seniors, be in touch with your seniors, and then you will get a lot of information about it. What is the future prospect after these postdoc? What is the final destiny? Final destiny is to get a job, right? So because in academia, if you want to go become assistant professor, you cannot directly become, especially I'm talking about chemistry, there are very few chances that you can become assistant professor after PhD. So you need to gain some research experience, you need to gain some sophisticated instrument which are currently in a very early stage in India, but they are here in US or in foreign countries. So you gain some experience over here, and then you go back wherever you want. If you want to go back, it's good. If you don't want to go back, it's good. So then you join, like after postdoc, generally people do go in academia. There are certain people who after postdoc they go in industry. So the ultimate final destiny is to find a job. That's the final goal. Okay, that's clear. Okay, Abhishek is asking physical chemistry specialization किस टॉपिक रिसर्च को प्रायोरिटी दूं कि मुझे इन फ्यूचर एकेडमिया के अलावा भी डोर खुले रहें, बिकॉज अभी तो मेरा स्पेसिफिक कुछ नहीं, न्यूट्रल टाइप फॉर एवरी टॉपिक. फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री में एज ए सेड क्वांटम केमिस्ट्री का काफ़ी डिमांड है, ठीक है, एंड दैट विल कीप लॉट ऑफ डोर्स ओपन फॉर यू. मटेरियल केमिस्ट्री जिसमें सॉलिड स्टेट आता है, काइनेटिक्स एंड थर्मोडायनेमिक्स, ठीक है. तो ये 3-4 चीज़ें हैं जिसको, और एनर्जी रिलेटेड में इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री. सो अगर फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री के कुछ टॉपिक्स मैं बोलूँ ना जिन्हें बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ना है, तो यू हैव टू स्टडी काइनेटिक्स फॉर श्योर. काइनेटिक्स, केमिकल काइनेटिक्स इज समथिंग जो कि विल कम एवरीवेयर, वेर एवर यू गो. ऑर्गेनिक, इनऑर्गेनिक, फिजिकल कहीं भी जाओगे यू नीड केमिकल काइनेटिक्स. इलेक्ट्रोकेमिस्ट्री अगर एनर्जी रिलेटेड रिसर्च में जाना है, क्वांटम केमिस्ट्री अगर क्वांटम रिलेटेड रिसर्च में आगे जाना है या क्वांटम रिलेटेड फील्ड में आगे जाना है, and then thermodynamics is also something which is common for most of the things, ठीक है. So these are certain topics which you can look for, which will keep you open for industry as well as for academia, also for some scientist positions. अब Abhrajyoti Das is asking, sorry if I'm not able to pronounce it, I'm really sorry for that. Okay, सर मुझे इंटीग्रेटेड एमएससी पीएचडी के लिए नाइजर भुवनेश्वर एंड JNCSR बेंगलोर दोनों इंस्टीट्यूट से ऑफर आया है. ओके, मुझे कौन सा इंस्टीट्यूट ज्वाइन करना चाहिए, प्लीज़ गाइड. दोनों इंस्टीट्यूट अच्छे हैं. नाइजर भुवनेश्वर और JNCSR में अगर मैं बताऊं तो फंडिंग ज़्यादा अच्छी JNCSR की है, ठीक है. नाइजर की फंडिंग इट्स लाइक कंपेरेटिवली इट्स नॉट वेल फंडेड कंपेयर टू JNCSR. JNCSR is partially government institute, right? It's like semi-government institute, so it has a lot of funding, like which it gets from the private sector as well. So JNCSR, I would suggest you to go for it. Again, the thing is ki because you are going for masters and PhD both combined, look for other factors also, ki which place is closer to your home and which will be easy to accommodate for you, which I mean conditions will be easy to accommodate for you. So try to look for those things as well, but I would tell you to prefer JNCSR. Okay, how about CSIR institute related to environment in Nagpur? Aparna, I'm not very sure about it, but if it is a CSR lab, it would be good. I don't have any opinion, or you can say I don't have any idea about that particular institute specifically. Berilina is asking, sir, can we change our field in postdoc? I mean, I'm interested in biological application, but in PhD, I haven't done biological research. Okay, Berilina, see, the scope of changing your field becomes less and less over the period of time. For example, I can tell you about my example. Okay, I did my master's from in organic chemistry. Okay, my specialization was organic chemistry, but in PhD, I switched. There I had a scope to switch, so I could switch from there and I came to biophysics. Okay, I did not like the organic chemistry personally. I did not like that, so that's why I switched to physical related, and because biophysics had more scope, so I tried to include both of them during my PhD. Now during my PhD I did a lot of biophysics. Then during my first postdoc I switched to biochemistry. Now I could switch from biophysics to biochemistry easily, but I cannot again switch from biochemistry to some like material research or something. So scope of switching becomes narrow over the time. And now again, like in my second postdoc, I switched back to biophysics. So I can hover around things related to bio because I have done few things in my PhD. If you have not done any biological research, you need to learn few things first before applying for, because if you will apply for postdoc, they will ask you that what techniques you know, what skills you know to come and join as a biological research over here. So you should gain some experience before that. Okay, that's what I would suggest you. Shashank Gupta is telling, I'm joining PhD position in organic synthesis from IIT Roorkee. Need your blessings. My blessings and best wishes are with you, Shashank. All the best. And if you are going to IIT Roorkee, if you need any help or anything, you can contact me on Instagram, and I can link you with some of my like students, juniors who are there in IIT Roorkee, they would be helpful for you. Okay, Shubham is asking, due to geopolitical tension, how one must calibrate their risk to reward ratio, especially while selecting PhD abroad opportunity. Okay, that's a big question, and that is something which is very difficult, and like humanly, it's very difficult, Shubham. है ना? I mean, you don't know how the geopolitics will change. I mean, India, we are very lucky, and I feel I'm very lucky to be an Indian because India has a very good relation with most of the countries in the world. We are not enemy to any country, okay, except one, and we don't want anything to do with that country. But yeah, except one, we don't have any issues with any other country in the world. So it's like we are all the countries are open for us, and in most of the places, as an Indian, you won't feel discrimination in that case or any problem in that case. Yeah, it might happen that you land up in a country and that country is in a war or something with any other country. That's again a very different thing. For example, I'll tell you, recently some of my like friends, they joined in Israel. Like some of my seniors are already there, but during this recent friction in the Middle Eastern countries, they went back. They have to go back to India, not because they lost their job or something, but because of the tension. And again, when the things will be back, will be normal, they will be called back. So yeah, that is always like, we as a common people, we have to face the consequences of all this geopolitics. It's out of our hand, right? Okay, Gaja is asking, hello sir, when to expected ANRF result? Okay, Gaja, usually like it takes around 30 to 45 days to announce the result. Okay, and it will take a little bit of time. They will publish a complete like list. Last year, if I remember, it took around 45 days. Okay, 30 to 45 days to announce the result. So wait for that time. I think the application has just ended on 30th of June. So it is just merely like 10-15 days. So wait for some more days. Okay, and you will get the the result very soon. And all the best for the result. Okay, Abhishek is asking, if I want to do PhD in physical chemistry, which IIT IISER is best? For physical chemistry, IITs, go for IIT Bombay, IIT Madras, IIT Roorkee, then IIT Kharagpur. I mean, all these top IITs. Okay, IIT Kanpur is mostly known for organic chemistry, so I would not say it for physical chemistry. Then if you want to ask about IISER, then IISER Pune is doing good in physical chemistry. IISER Kolkata is good. So yeah, you can look for these. Ranjana is asking, sir, I got offer letter from IISER Bhopal and also from IIT Hyderabad. Okay, my question is, which institute is better for medicinal chemistry? See, IISER Bhopal is a very better institute. Now, because you are looking for a specific field of medicinal chemistry, look for the lab in both the places. Both the places will have lab on medicinal chemistry. Go to the profile of that professor and see how they are. Okay, look for three things. So number one, look for how frequently they are publishing publications. I mean, every year, how many papers they are publishing. That will tell you that how productive that lab is. Okay. Second thing is, look for that how many like how many people are there in that paper, research paper. That will let you know that how collaborative that lab is. I mean, how that PI is doing research in a collaborative way. If they are doing it in a collaborative way, that means that person has good bonding with a lot of people, and usually you will have a good time in that lab and you will have a lot of things to learn over there. Okay. And the third thing is, you have to talk to the students of that lab and ask about the lab environment and all. And if everything goes well, then I mean, then you can apply based on that institute. Okay. Okay. Isha is asking how we should be choosing the research area in today's academia when there is such cutthroat competition. Yeah. So I have been, yeah. So the thing is, the competition is always there and it will be always there. Okay. We can't, we can't get rid of competition. Okay. As a human, as a society, we have to compete with fellow humans. That's the harsh reality. Now, if you want to ask me, like if you are asking about research area, then again I am telling you that those things which people are looking for these days, try to go in that area. For example, energy related research, I already told. AI related research, which people are getting crazy about. Lot of people are just using AI for generative AI, but AI has a lot of other applications as well. So try to, if you are not from chemistry but some other background, want to do research in AI related stuffs, it's very good time to do that. Then medicinal, because medicines are always going to be there and need of medicines will also always be going to be there. So try to look for these three major fields. Again, climate is also one thing which we just got to know in the chat. So yeah, climate is also one thing which you can look for, and like environmental science or uh, science related to the climate change and all. Suparna, what about inorganic chemistry? What are the important topics for PhD? Important topics, there, see, everything is important, Suparna, but if you are asking me what are the topics in inorganic chemistry which are in trend, or which have good, you know, reward after PhD. So I have been telling you, like catalyst based research. So like people are working upon, a lot of inorganic chemists are being working upon those type of catalyst which can be used to for energy related things. For example, water splitting, catalyst for more effective and more efficient water splitting, and then catalyst for different medicinal uses. So catalyst based research, it can be like organometallic catalyst or whatever, generally organometallic catalysts. Okay, then topic related to which are on the intersection of material and inorganic chemistry, you can go for that. MOFs are something which have been always be in inorganic chemistry. People have been working on MOFs from long time, and still like a lot of research is being done and it is still in demand. Metal organic framework, so that is also something which you can look for. Okay, and bio inorganic chemistry again is a good field. A lot of research is being done on that also. Okay, Hamad is asking, sir, I had joined PhD in organometallic chemistry in January at IISER Pune. Just need some points to do in PhD journey. Hamad, first of all, congratulations in getting into IISER Pune. It's one of the premium institute in India. And second thing is, during your PhD, try to maximize your skill set. Okay, so make sure that after finishing your PhD, when you are writing your CV, not only your publication part should be like completely filled, like some. So if you look upon CV, there are two major sections. One is publication, one is skill. So work upon your skill section also. Some people have lot of publication, but in the skill set they have to think about what to write, what not to write, because they have merely few skills. So try to gain more and more skill set, because you are in organometallic chemistry, so you will get a lot of skills related to your normal wet work which you do in lab. Apart from that, learn instruments, instruments like spectrochemistry related, spectroscopy related instruments. Try to learn them. Then NMR and all these are very basic. If you are doing organometallic chemistry, try to learn X-ray diffractometer and how to solve structure of a crystal and all, if that is in your if that is in your research area, in that case. Okay, so these are certain things which will give you a good upper hand after your PhD. Okay, Swati is asking, sir, I want to do job in computational chemistry, then what is my approach to industry and which companies hire? Usually, if you are looking for this computational chemistry, if you are looking for like computational related research, I am not sure what computational chemistry you are talking about. As I said, there are two different types. So one is medicinal computational chemistry, one is quantum computational chemistry. So medicinal computational chemistry, generally pharma companies hire them. Okay, especially in India, currently in Hyderabad and Bangalore, there are companies who are hiring people from computational background, especially in drug designing, protein interaction, and all the related things. Okay, and if you are looking for computational quantum chemistry, in that case, there are companies like bigger companies like Qualcomm, Snapdragon. They want people from computational quantum chemistry. So yeah, so but the thing is that there won't be any mass hiring in these things. Okay, you have to wait, you have to keep looking for opportunities, and then you can go for it. even I would say that medicinal computational chemistry has slightly more like intake. Quantum computational chemistry has slightly less, but again, quantum computational chemistry will be like, you will be very specific in that case, and the jobs are very highly paid over there. Okay, रंजना इज आस्किंग पीएमआरएफ फेलोशिप डायरेक्ट एंट्री के लिए पीएचडी एडमिशन के टाइम पे अप्लाई इंस्टीट्यूट करता है या हमें खुद करना पड़ता है? डायरेक्ट एंट्री के लिए आपको अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा रंजना, ठीक है? आई हैव टू रिकॉल इट, मैं भूल गया हूँ शायद रंजना. ओके, आई एम रियली सॉरी फॉर दैट. आई लुक फॉर दैट एंड आई कैन टेल यू इन अ प्रॉपर वे, बट आई थिंक आपको अप्लाई करना पड़ता है. जो लेटरल एंट्री होती है उसमें इंस्टीट्यूट अप्लाई करता है, एज पर एज व्हाट आई रिमेंबर. ओके. Okay, Piyush is telling that, sir, in how much time NPDF result will be out? Again, Piyush, I have already answered this. Maybe 45 days after the form filling has been done. So 30th, you can expect it in the middle of August. Okay, it might be delayed also. NPDF हर बार का ये है, they usually delay it. So be prepared for the delay. Okay, be ready for the delay. Vishakha, is there any good future for green material in organometallic chemistry? Again, green material is like you are doing environmental science and organometallic both. Yes, they are. It has it has scope. You can look for things after that. Okay, I would not say it is something which is old or something. It is still in demand. Okay. Prem is asking, hi Nurul sir, good to see you and hear you after a long time. Hi Prem. Yeah, good to see you too. Okay, Shaunak is asking, between bioinorganic, supramolecular and nanoparticle research, which have more opportunity towards research publication and impactful journals? Okay. See, it's a very subjective question. Okay, so Shaunak, for example, I'll tell you, if you go in materials and nanochemistry, their lowest impact factor journal starts around 6 or 7. Okay, 6 or 7 will be the journal which will have lowest impact factor, and it goes around like you will have 20 plus impact factor also. So yeah, so if you are just looking for impact factor, then nanomaterial and nanoscience and material science is a good field to go for. Then if you are talking about bioinorganic, supramolecular, you will be looking for journals like organometallic chemistry, which is so Journal of Organometallic Chemistry, then Journal of Inorganic Chemistry. These are organic letters, so these will be like journals in which you will be looking for. They have impact factor around 10. So if you are only considerate about impact factor, go for nanomaterial. But again, I'll tell you, impact factor at a certain time it starts mattering less, because people will know if you are going in, let's say, nanomaterial, and you get something like 6 or 7 impact factor. For someone from let's say from organic chemistry background, they will think that okay, you got a very high impact factor journal, but the people in your field, they will know that 6 impact factor is nothing big. Everybody gets that, right? So yeah, but if you want to just go for impact factor, then go for nanomaterial. Abdul is telling, hello sir, can I ask one question? Yeah, you can ask. Momita, sir, can you tell please how to learn data analysis part, how to do data analysis? Okay, data analysis and all, you can get a lot of YouTube videos, Momita. Okay, if you are asking about data analysis in chemistry, generally people use Origin as a software or Sigma Plot as a software to do that. There are a lot of tutorial videos on YouTube. Look for them and you will be good with that. Okay, yeah, see, YouTube is full of information, so a lot of things you will get on YouTube itself. Okay, fine. Next we have Suajit is asking, what is the future of heavy metal remediation research? See, this is like very specific topic. Of course, if you are doing something in a very specific field, it's like, I cannot say it has what type of future. I cannot predict the future, but yeah, it's something which is in demand. and especially in foreign countries, there is a specific department, you can say, or a specific group of people who keep on monitoring these heavy metals in water, in paints and all, because they have to make those things standardized. In India, we don't have that thing. I mean, it should be. I don't know if it is there in big like metro cities or not, but in general we don't have it. But in US, it is very mandatory to keep track of heavy metals in water, in paint and all these things. Okay, so yeah, a lot of hiring or a lot of people are in demand over here in that particular field. And also that's also true for countries in Middle East, also for in countries in Europe. So yeah, you have good future in that. Okay, Hamad is asking, can you tell me about ad hoc and guest faculty difference? Okay, I'm not, Hamad, I cannot tell you as of now because I also don't know idea about that. Ad hoc and guest faculty is like somebody who's on a temporary basis for a particular contract basis. Okay, that's what the thing is. I think the difference is between the pay scale of both of them, and guest faculty is considered as someone who comes in the absence of someone. That's what my understanding says. Okay, and ad hoc is someone who is hired for a certain small duration of time. Okay, I'm not gonna comment on it because I probably don't have complete I mean information about that. Okay, okay, what do you say to do PhD in synthetic photochemistry? Synthetic photochemistry is something, I mean, I have not heard a lot of research being done in that field. So Abdul, I'm not much sure about that field. Okay, I won't be able to answer that question. I'm really sorry for that because I don't have much experience. I have not heard a lot of people doing research in that field. Ranjana is asking, सर आप जो वीडियो बनाते हैं 45 डेज और 15 डेज वाली स्ट्रेटेजी के नेट के एग्ज़ाम के लिए, वो बहुत काम आई एंड शायद इसी वजह से मैंने पहले ही अटेम्प्ट में JRF क्वालिफाई किया. अरे वाह, वेरी नाइस रंजना, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन. आई एम रियली हैप्पी टू हियर दैट. आई मीन, thank you so much for the acknowledgement and like congratulations for that. I'm seriously happy ki it has impacted you. Piyush sir, what's the chance of getting NPDF at IIT Kharagpur? I have published 5 science paper with average impact factor of 5 and Google citation of 150. Okay. अब यार ये पीयूष, it depends on the selection committee. I mean, I cannot comment on it based on previous year's record. If I tell, so yeah, chances are there. मैं यही बता सकता हूँ, ठीक है, that previous years में हाँ, it is sufficient. Okay, I mean, it's good, it's not bad, depending upon what is your field also, because citations, every field won't get good number of citations. Some fields are there जहाँ पे citations कम है, some fields are there जहाँ पे citations अच्छे हैं. So it's like that. Abdul is asking, sir, are you in USC right now? No, I'm not in USC. I have left USC in it's like 6 months I left USC. Currently I'm in Boston University. Sir, which IIT should I prefer in case I am selected in any of them for green materials and organometallic? Also, sir, I want to ask more topic for research regarding organic and inorganic chemistry. Vishaka, if you are selected for, let's say, green material, again, see, if you're going for environmental related things, now go to a specific institute instead of IIT. Go for institutes like CSIR labs who are specifically doing research related to those topics. Okay, you can just Google it and you will get a list of CSIR labs who are working in green chemistry or green material chemistry. So try to go over there. IITs will have, all IITs will have like average infrastructure for that. They will be having labs, 1 or 2 lab at most working in that particular field. So the idea is to look for those labs and see which lab is performing good and try to join that. Okay, that will be the criteria to join it. And more topic to research regarding organic and inorganic. So organic may you can go for bioorganic chemistry, you can go for synthetic organic chemistry if you want to keep your keep your doors open for pharma companies. In that case, go for synthetic organic chemistry. See, synthetic organic chemistry are like evergreen. Okay, उन्हें हमेशा कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ ऑप्शंस मिलते रहेंगे. And the other part of the coin is that synthetic organic chemist इतने सारे हैं. Like if there are 100 chemistry PhD holders, out of 100, 60 to 70 will be synthetic organic chemist. Okay, so they have to compete among themselves. So you have to stand out among others in that case. Yeah, so synthetic organic chemistry, bioorganic chemistry, that's what you can look for. Then if you want to go for inorganic, then go for MOFs, as I told you. Go for things related to energy, catalyst based research. Then go for things related to like bio inorganic chemistry. So yeah, these are certain fields you can look for. Ruth is asking, is GRE required for PhD in USA? Doing MTech in IIT Palakkad, I guess, right? See, Ruth, the thing is that GRE has been waived off from lot of institutes. Like lot of institutes don't ask for GRE now in US, okay? But if you have done GRE, it gives a little bit of advantage over others. तो ऐसा होता है कभी कभी कि अगर दो कैंडिडेट हैं, दे आर वेरी क्लोज, एवरीथिंग इज क्लोज अमंग, लाइक ऑल द अदर थिंग्स आर वेरी कॉम्पिटिटिव अमंग देम, तो दे लुक फॉर कि किसने GRE किया है एंड दे हायर दैट पर्सन. सो इट्स गुड टू डू GRE. ओके, आई वुड से कि अगर US अप्लाई करना है तो it's not a problem to go through that. Okay, so give it. Next, sir, after PhD and postdoc, I'm eligible for at least state level college or university. Shaunak, for state level college, you are eligible after PhD. You don't have to do postdoc. Okay, even for university also. The problem is the competition. Okay, because when you go to apply for a state level college, and because the eligibility does not ask for a state level college, they don't ask postdoc. Okay, they just ask for PhD and NET and JRF qualification and all the other things. So when you go for interview, you will see the people around you, they have done like 3 years, 4 years of postdoc. So you will be, of course, you will be not selected among them. So that's why it's good to do postdoc after PhD. Yes, you will become eligible after that. Okay, at least complete the eligibility criteria, which is now like 3 years of postdoc after PhD in most of the places. Okay, so yeah. Sir, what should I prefer for? Okay, sir, what about sonochemistry? I'm not sure about that, Shaunak. Maybe I'm not the right person to talk about that. Abdul, sir, what should I prefer for PhD? Which one is better in India or in USA right now? See, if you are looking for PhD, I would suggest you to go and do it from abroad. Okay, not only in US, but try to do it from Europe. Okay, anywhere in US or Europe, try to do it from there. You will get better infrastructure, you will get better lab facilities, you will learn a lot of more skills. So yeah, it's good to go for PhD from abroad. Okay, India में भी अच्छी जगह है. I'm not denying that. I did my PhD from India and it's like we have very good infrastructure now. We have very good IITs and IISers. But if you have to choose, then go for abroad. So Ajit is asking, please share your view on evolution biology research. Evolution biology research, see, bio-related research, so Ajit, is like, it's always in demand. It will always be in demand. Evolution, epidemiology, neuroscience, cancer biology, virology, all these are like, they have been, and especially I'm telling you about US. Okay, in US, like industries, labs, institutes, universities, they all are looking for people in this field, and they have a specific. Okay, so I'll tell you, for example, okay, Harvard University, you know, so Harvard University has one more section, which is Harvard Medical Center, which only works on medical related research. So you can understand the importance of medical research in US, how they have designed a full institute for it. Same, I'll tell you, when I was in USC, we had a normal USC where all the other research was going on, organic, inorganic, physical chemistry, and there was health science complex where only like bio related research was going on, biophysics, like life sciences related research, biochemistry, inorganic, all these things. Okay, that was going on in health science complex. Same in Boston University. We have a Boston University Charles River complex where you have all your organic, inorganic, physical chemistry research going on. It's an institute, and we have another institute which is medical campus where all medical related research is going on. So what I'm trying to tell, in US, most of these institutes which are top institutes, they have their own specific section of medical research or life sciences or biology related research. So it has a lot of, if you want to, want to go to US or want to do your career in US, then these things like bio related research is something which can definitely fetch you position over here, with, because a lot of places are there, a lot of opportunities are there. So yeah, you can go for that. Okay, Vishaka, what was my topic in PhD? So I was working with uh, protein conformational changes in electric field and in the presence of like surfactants, and I did transformation of protein through mesophases. That's what the name of the topic, but if I have to explain you in one sentence, it was simply how protein changes its structure under the influence of electric field or in the presence of some surfactant molecule. So that was my PhD research, my topic of research in PhD. Mansi, sir, I am about to submit my thesis, so how to search for postdoctorate? Kindly guide as I am doing PhD from State University in the field of fertilizer. मानसी, postdoc ढूंढने के 2-3 जगह हैं, ठीक है. There are 2-3 places where you can look for postdoc. Number one is go to the different institutes जिनको तुम cite कर रहे होगे, right? You might be citing some labs in your research till now. So go to their profile and see if there is any vacancy. Sometimes lab post their vacancy on their lab page only. So lab page होता है उनका, and sometimes they post their vacancy over there. So look for that. Second thing is in LinkedIn and Twitter. यहाँ पे तुम्हें मिलेंगे बहुत सारे options, ठीक है. And if you are looking for postdoc in Europe, I'll be talking about that in a very few, like in a video which will be coming in next 1 or 2 days. Okay. So yeah, that is something which you can wait for. I'll be talking about how to find postdoc and PhD in Europe. So yeah, I have discussed a lot of methods over there. So that's a long video. So I think that will be worth watching. Yeah, so Prem is here, and Prem is doing Prem Prakash. He is doing. I know him since like 4 years. Prem, it's been like 4 years we know each other, right? I mean, we have not met in person, but we know. And yeah, he is doing PhD right now from Europe. So he knows, he can answer it better. Yeah. Okay. Shubham, PhD with a good guide in India or abroad? Again, I'm telling, see, abroad has nothing to do with guide or something. Abroad is all about exposure. It's all about your like how you can, yeah, 4-5 years, yeah. So like PhD in abroad is all about exposure. It's all about understanding sophisticated instrument which probably in India you will not be allowed to touch. For example, in many institutes in India, they don't even allow you to touch NMR. Okay, there is and many institutes don't even have NMR. First of all, those who have NMR, they have a operator over there. You submit your sample and the operator operates it. But in US and in abroad, in US and Europe, I'm telling, when I'm telling you abroad, I'm talking about US and Europe currently. Okay, so in most of these places, you have to submit your own, like you have to record your own NMR. You get proper training of that. You have to put your sample in the NMR instrument. You have to give command, and then you have to record, and then you have to take out your sample and everything. Like you do it by yourself. So you learn more things over there. Okay, that's the benefit of having well-funded and well-infrastructured lab. So that's why abroad gives you better exposure, which you will not get in India even with a good lab. With a good guide. Good guide can give you good environment to work upon. It can give you good publications. But again, जो चीज़ें खुद से सीखनी है वो खुद से ही सीखनी है. So maybe you can, if you are currently, let's say, not getting PhD in abroad, but getting a good lab in India, join and do your PhD. After PhD, you can go for postdoc in abroad. Okay. Vasu is asking, sir, I qualify CSR Net LS with all India rank 33. Sir, what I want to ask, and the future references, what things I should keep with me as hard copy. I don't understand. Oh, okay. You are asking about the documentation, Vasu. If you are asking, then you will get a certificate. Okay. After few days, you will get a net qualified certificate. Download that. Keep it as a hard copy. That will be your documentation as a hard copy. Okay. That is something which you have to keep. And before that, please keep your admit card and the result which you have got both as a hard copy. That probably might be asked while you will apply for the certificate. Generally it is not asked, but in some weird cases they might ask you, so just keep it as a backup. PhD in supramolecular chemistry and photochemistry is a good choice. It's a good choice, Bhagyashree. If you are interested in that topic, it's a good choice. See, I cannot tell you that if you are interested in an organic chemistry, leave it and do something else. If you are interested in that, it's a good choice, go for it. Okay. Net certificate, net scorecard. Yeah. Yeah. You only need net certificate once you get that, Vasu. You don't need any others. Okay. Energy storage and battery replacement after PhD. Yes, chem code. There is a lot of research and lot of I mean scope for that. Especially a lot of companies are hiring people who have these, and if you are looking for energy storage and battery replacement related things, if you have done PhD in that, you will have better opportunities in countries like South Asia. Japan, you can go for Japan, you can go for Taiwan, you can go for South Korea. These countries are doing a lot of research in energy related stuff. Okay, China also is giving a lot of fund. Okay, if you want to work in China, it's giving a lot of I mean salary is pretty good comparable to what you get in US. Okay, if you convert them in Indian currency, you get almost similar salary in China, and China is having a very good infrastructure also for research. So that's again a one thing. China is also working a lot in energy storage, and they hire a lot of Indians, so you can look for that also as a place. If you are looking for energy storage, then the placements probably you will get in these areas. Okay, also in Middle Eastern countries, you won't get placement that easily probably in Europe or US, but in these areas the chances are pretty high because these areas are more focused towards that. IIT Hyderabad good for PhD in chemistry, basically energy storage and battery. Yes, IIT Hyderabad is a good place, you can go for it. How to do for internship during PhD, as I am Inspire Fellow and can do internship for 18 months. Mansi, you have to mail to different labs regarding it. Okay, you have to email to the labs. That's the thing. Okay, emailing can give you a lot of information, a lot of help in this particular, especially in this field. Suajit is asking how is PhD in Dubai. Okay, see, people from Dubai, they go outside to do PhD. So I won't recommend you to go to do PhD in Dubai. There are some institutes like King Abdullah University, and there are some. These are in, I think in, not in Dubai. I think they are in UAE. I mean outside. I don't know exactly, but yeah, these are the places where people go for postdoc because salary is good, life is good. That's why people generally go for. But yeah, I mean if you don't have any option, then go for it, but I have rarely seen anyone doing PhD in Dubai. Bhagyashree, I'm 25 years old. I'm little worried about PhD job aspects, and nowadays there is age limit too in CSR net vacancy. Bhagyashree, first of all, let me tell you that for female candidates there is a relaxation up to 5 years, so that means your age limit is up to 32 years for CSR net. Okay, second thing is that regarding job aspects is nothing new. Okay, it's nothing very new that there are less job opportunities after PhD. It has been always there. Okay, from past 5 to 10 years, and it will be always there. So it's like I mean it's like you can't get rid of it. You have to face that. Okay, whatever you do currently in India, whatever you do, job aspects are not sure. You will have a dicey situation everywhere. So it's better to do something which you are interested in and then look for something related to that. Okay, yeah, Prem has done from IIT Hyderabad. Yeah, he can tell you that. Yeah. Okay, Abu Rahan is current situation for postdoc in US in nanomedicine field. Yeah, as I told you, in postdoc in US, especially in medicine related field, there is a lot of scope, but currently the funding issues are there. Okay, Abu Rehan. So wait for certain time, because I don't know when it is going to get rid, but still, like, there is a lot of funding issues going on, and hiring has been stopped or reduced. So in this cycle, there has been very few hiring which has been done. Even instead of hiring, people have been laid off. So wait for some time. Maybe by the end of this year, you will get some good news. I am not sure. But yeah, there are opportunities here. The only thing is funding issues, because of the politics going on currently. Pias, will you return to India after postdoc or job in US? Yes, I have. See, if I will come to US, I have not even, like, if you would have asked me during my PhD that, sir, will you go for postdoc in US, I could not have answered, because that is not something which I have planned for. Same goes for this. I have not planned things. Okay, I am just trying to go with the things, try to learn as much as possible, try to explore things as much as possible. Whatever opportunity will come, I'll try to grab that. India, of course, is something which I'm very close to, and I'm like a quite patriotic person, so I will be, of course, always biased towards that, but I cannot say anything as of now. Okay, you will be here and I will be here. We'll see. I'll update over it. Okay, whatever I'll do. Okay, sir, can I am gate qualified and met net LS. Should I join IIT Hyderabad in energy storage or wait for JRF next year? See, it's not recommended to waste your time and years just for a result. If you are getting opportunity today to start some research, do that. Okay, Chemcode. If you will wait for, let's say, 1 year or 6 months, then the whole process will take 1 year. So 1 year of your life is going to go in waste, and you will realize it after a certain age, when you will be like 30 or 30 plus. Then you will realize that the year gap which you had, it's probably will not affect you in academics, but personally it will affect you. Like, let's say if you start your, or if you finish your PhD within 30 years and you start your postdoc in your 30s, it's a very good, you will be full of energy, you will be able to learn new things. But if you finish your PhD in 33 34 years and then you don't join a postdoc, you are getting older, your mind is getting older, then things will be much difficult for you, and your life is not going to wait, right? You have to take care of a lot of things, you have to get settled, married, and all the other things. So in all the aspects, I will never recommend you to waste your time just for the result. Okay, whatever you are getting, join it today, and it will not matter, like, drastic difference won't be there that you will get JRF and then you will be something very different than today what you are. It will be like slight difference, but that your smartness and your talent can overcome that. Okay, and IIT Hyderabad is not a bad institute, it's very one of the best institutes in India, so you can join that currently. That's what my suggestion will be. Okay, how's the job situations in industries, especially keeping in mind the current situation? The current situation is not good for job in US. The current situation, I'm telling you. Then the industries are not hiring people who don't have, I mean, green card or the citizenship and all the things. So those things are there. Okay, so yeah, currently immigrants are not being hired in industries. That's the general thing which is going on. Okay, the current situation is not good in industries in US, that's for sure. Everything is disturbed because of the politics. Okay. Okay, sir, I have left IIT for PhD and joined State University after getting JRF. Can my old guide create any problem in the future? I don't know. Okay, it depends on your old guide. If that person is a egoistic person and he wants to take revenge, he can do anything. And if he does not bother, I mean, generally people don't bother. Okay, don't worry about it. If he's a if I believe you, if you have left IIT and joined State University, you might be having a tough time, right, over there in your IIT. So that's why you have left. But don't worry, it won't be a much of a difference. Your new PI will be the one who will be taking care of your things. Don't worry about that. I have seen a lot of PIs doing these things, especially in India. We have that ego problem. But I mean, that's how humans behave, I think, right? And we Indians have that thing. So yeah, but I think it should not bother a lot. Okay. Okay. If you want, we can talk about it. Okay. Only study, because you have tried to be anonymous over here, so you can contact me on my Instagram and or LinkedIn. We can have a discussion over there. Okay. Studio Soul, sir, if someone is aiming for assistant professor role, then what are the things which they should definitely do during their PhD? See, to do your PhD properly. If you want to do assistant professor, and I believe if you want to if you want to become assistant professor, that means you want to run a lab. There are two things: one is lecturer, one is professor, assistant professor. If you just want to be lecturer, you won't be allowed to have a lab, you won't be allowed to do research, you will be only allowed to take classes. In that case, work upon your teaching skills, work upon the way how you communicate things, work upon your presentation skills. So that will be something for lecturer. If you want to be assistant professor and want to conduct research, want to have a lab, then learn good skill how that's something which you have to do in PhD, and try to publish good impactful journals, I mean good impactful papers which would be helpful when you will be applying for assistant professor position. Okay. Bhagyashri is asking, what are the key skills one should try to develop during PhD as a researcher? It depends, Bhagyashri, upon what field you are doing in a PhD, right? For every field, the skills are different, right? So depending upon your field, your skills will be different. Hassan Ali is asking, I'm hoping for PhD in Purdue University. I do have 2 years of R&D industry, and now I'm working as lecturer in government sector, but my BS GPA is 3.4 and 3.38 in masters. What are my chances? Hassan, see, when you are applying for PhD, they look for your GPA, okay, and it entirely depends upon the criteria of Purdue University. It's a good university, I would say, okay. And since you have a good experience of R&D in industry, that might be something which might give a upper hand over other things. But yeah, that's what I think. And I think it should, I mean, it depends upon I think it depends on the institute. That's what I can say as of now. I mean, I don't have very specific answer for that question, okay, about GPA, because I have to go to Purdue website and discuss or see what exactly they are asking for it. Okay. Please tell what is good paper on energy storage field, how to choose good guide. Good guide is, as I said, I think I already told somebody else in the chat. Three things, look for three things. Go to the like guides website, lab website, and see how frequently they are publishing their research. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing is, try to look for how many people they have in the research paper. So that will give you idea how collaborative that lab is. And third thing is, talk to the lab people or nearby lab people about how that professor is. I mean, whether he is good in nature, helpful, supportive, or his lab is toxic or whatever. Okay, these three things will decide whether the PI is good or not. And good paper means some paper which has decent impact factor and is cited. Okay, people are citing that paper to do more research. That's the definition of good paper. Okay, Vishakha is asking, sir, one more question. How should I prepare for interview for PhD? Okay, Vishakha, I have made a video on that. I would recommend you to watch it, because a lot of things I have discussed in that video, and I think it is very short time to talk about everything here. So yeah, watch that video. It's there on the this YouTube channel, and you will get that. Okay. I have discussed about things to take care and everything, how to answer and other things. I have been in a lot of detail over there. To aim for big industries, which is better, to do postdoc with reputed lab or start with small companies, gain experience, then try for it industry? See, in industry, Pias, in industry, experience matters a lot. So if you do a postdoc, it would not matter that much but if you have industry experience, be it from a small company, but if you have industry related experience, that will give you a much better hand when you will be applying. Okay. Okay, I'll quickly take some more questions which have been posted on the Google form, just to quickly summarize the class, or not the class, but summarize the session. So yeah, Anumita has asked that difference between PhD in India versus abroad. So we have already discussed about this, but in India and abroad, the major difference is of infrastructure uh, and how collaborative research is done. In India, now a lot of IITs and IISERs are doing collaborative research, but in US you will see, or abroad you will see, lot of like labs, they collaborate a lot. In one paper you will have like 10 or 12 authors. They are like, because they have done things in a much collaborative way, and they come up with something big because they are collaborating with a lot of things. So all the aspect of the studies are done. They do the biological studies also, they do the like spectroscopy study also, synthetic study also, everything they try to do of a particular thing. So it will give you a better idea about how to handle big projects, how to handle collaborations. So that's one thing which is very different in abroad. Again, the working culture is different in abroad compared to India. How labs perform, that's also a different thing. So that's the major difference which you get in India and abroad. And major difference is of course the infrastructure which you get from both the places. So Anomita, I would suggest, if you get opportunity, go for PhD from abroad. That is going to give you a better. Okay. Ananya Banerjee has asked that she is currently doing PhD and has asked, sometimes during PhD you make a hypothesis and invest a lot of time and energy into it, hoping it to work in a certain way, but eventually it doesn't. It can be really discouraging and create a lot of pressure, especially if you have been working for a month. Yes, I can understand. It happens in PhD. So generally what approach people take is they have a backup plan. Whenever you are doing a particular project, have like some backup research also going on. So just don't invest everything on single project or just on a single finding. Always try to have one or two parallel going on projects. So if one does not work, the other can give you something. That's the smart way of doing it. Okay, and that's also something which can give you more result in less time. So that is something which my PI has always told me during my PhD, and which I also would suggest. So that's one thing which can be done. But there are certain labs, of course, who only think that you should be focused on one thing, which I personally, I think that's not the correct approach to take science. Science is unpredictable. Okay. ओके, अजय अजय हैज आस्क्ड, सर मैं बीएड फर्स्ट ईयर में स्कॉलरशिप के लिए रजिस्ट्रेशन कर दिया था, मैं आईआईटी रुड़की में जेआरएफ के लिए एलिजिबल हूँ, प्लीज़ हेल्प सर. ओके अजय, आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. आर यू गेटिंग, आपको स्कॉलरशिप मिल रही है बीएड में? आई मीन, अगर देखो, दो स्कॉलरशिप आप नहीं ले सकते हो, ठीक है, दैट्स फॉर श्योर. आप दो स्कॉलरशिप एक साथ नहीं ले सकते हो. आपको अपनी पुरानी स्कॉलरशिप को बंद कराना होगा. आप दो डिग्री भी एक साथ नहीं कर सकते हो. अगर आप बीएड में एनरोल्ड हो, आप पीएचडी साथ साथ में नहीं कर सकते हो. आप वो कहीं प्रेजेंट ही नहीं कर सकते हो, बीएड प्लस पीएचडी. ओके, इट्स नॉट लीगल अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंडियन एजुकेशन, जो भी ये चीज़ें हैं. तो अगर आप बीएड कर रहे हो, या तो आप ड्रॉप करो बीएड को, ठीक है, या अगर आप पार्ट टाइम बीएड कर रहे हो तो आप वो फेलोशिप या जो भी स्कॉलरशिप मिल रही है वो बंद करवाओ, ठीक है. अगर ये चीज का, बिकॉज सी, इट माइट हैपन कि कोई आप कर रहे हो और पता चलता है, ठीक है. मैं समझ रहा हूँ बीएड आप पार्ट टाइम करना चाह रहे हो या क्वाइट करना चाह रहे हो, बट स्कॉलरशिप बंद करवाओ उसकी, ठीक है. बिकॉज अगर अगर ये चीज़ पता चली या ये चीज़ हुई तो आपको बहुत ज़्यादा इम्प्लीकेशन फेस करने पड़ेंगे आगे. आपका पूरा करियर है ना, तो आप ऐसा कुछ नहीं चाहोगे कि वो चीज़ें प्रॉब्लम आए और आप आगे गवर्नमेंट जॉब और उन सब चीज़ों में प्रॉब्लम हो. तो डोंट डू दैट. ओके, आप स्कॉलरशिप बंद करवा दो अपनी, ठीक है. आप क्वाइट बीएड कर लो, पार्ट टाइम बीएड कर लो, ठीक है, डिग्री कंप्लीट कर लो, बट स्कॉलरशिप मत करो, प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, ठीक है. ओके, what keep in mind in coursework in first year of PhD code? See, ड्यूरिंग योर कोर्स वर्क वॉट एवर इज बीइंग टॉट टू यू, ठीक है, उसको अच्छे से पहले तो सीखो, इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन सीखो, ट्राई टू गेट अ गुड स्कोर. If you are okay, one more thing, if you are in an institute which is what is the name of that, PMRF, is if it is a PMRF granting institute, so your coursework score will decide that whether you can apply for lateral entry scheme or not. अगर ऐसा नहीं है then it doesn't matter, okay, but if you are in an institute where you can get PMRF, then you should be very much careful about your coursework, get a good score in your coursework and apply as a lateral entry scheme for PMRF fellowship. Okay, IIT Hyderabad I think will give you PMRF, right? So yeah, go for your, give your coursework properly and get good GPA or get good score in your. अजय, मुझे आइडिया नहीं है कि आई मीन स्कॉलरशिप कैसे बंद करवा सकते हैं, बिकॉज मेरा बीएड का कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है. आप अपने इंस्टीट्यूट में बात कीजिए, ठीक है, बीएड वाले इंस्टीट्यूट में, और इस बारे में डोंट इन्फॉर्म अभी, मतलब इट्स नॉट लाइक कि यू डोंट टेल योर आईआईटी रूरकी या जहाँ भी आप आईआईटी रूरकी में हो ना, तो डोंट वहाँ पर आप, या तो आप ये कर सकते हो, आईआईटी रूरकी की फेलोशिप आप लेट से शुरू करवा सकते हो, बट दैट इज़ अगेन गोइंग टू क्रिएट प्रॉब्लम कि क्यों करवा रहे हो आप देर से. बेस्ट थिंग विल बी कि आप अपना बीएड का आई थिंक 1 साल और बचा होगा, तो बेस्ट थिंग विल बी दैट यू आई मीन आप बंद करवाओ अपनी फेलोशिप, आप बीएड वाली, ठीक है. अब वो कैसे होनी है आपको इसके बारे में पता करना पड़ेगा, मैं शायद सही इंसान नहीं हूँ, आई डोंट नो अबाउट इट, ठीक है, मैं शायद उसका आंसर नहीं कर पाऊंगा कि कैसे बंद करवाना है, बट आई थिंक वो सबसे सही रास्ता होगा, उसको बंद करवा के एंड देन गो फॉर योर, ठीक है. ओके, Chemcode, I have discussed about this in my videos regarding PMRF. Okay, like I have made a detailed video on PMRF scheme, and I'll give you link for that. Okay, actually it's on my another channel, All About Chemistry, so probably, yeah. Okay, just a minute. So if you want to know about PMRF, Bhaskar, I have already made a video on that. Recent video was on Postdoc, emailing PIs on Postdoc. Okay, so go for it. I mean, you can look for it. ठीक है. Hi Shivani. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you guys after so long. Shivani, Prem. Okay, let me take few more questions which are there. Okay, so okay, Gajendran has asked 2 questions. One, how to submit the recommendation reference letter for NPDF because I didn't received ANRF email. Second, what will be expected date of ANRF PDF result? I think Gajendran, I have already answered your second question in all my chat. So I think 45 days after your form filling. And second thing is regarding recommendation letter for NPDF. Okay, how to submit recommendation of reference letter? You should have already done that, I think. I could not understand. Okay, if Gajendran is watching this video, I would recommend you to please contact me on my LinkedIn or Instagram and we can talk. Okay, we can talk about that. Okay, there are very few more questions like I have answered most of them. What is the essential criteria to apply for postdoc? To apply for postdoc, essential criteria is to finish your PhD. That's the essential criteria, and then have some good papers. Okay. Then there is a question, what will be career option after PhD, particularly in energy storage? We have been talking about energy storage a lot. So I think that question is already answered. How to start PhD as a fresher who don't know anything in research field and during coursework? I think this also is done. Which things must do in first year of PhD? Oh, during first year of PhD, it's always recommended to learn skills because you are new, you don't know anything about research. So shadow your seniors, see how they are doing things, and learn things with your seniors. Okay, that is always good and always recommended. Somebody who does not have any research related experience like me, best people are your seniors. Okay, they can help you a lot, and be kind to them, be like respectful to them, and they will be always helpful because they have been through the same uh, like time, right? So they will be helpful. Okay, next we have question. Please suggest opportunities after PhD into industries for inorganic chemistry, as India is mostly, okay, this is a good question. So as India is mostly pharmaceutical company, look for organic chemists. What are the industry opportunities for organic chemists? So for inorganic chemist, industry opportunities include like those who have done catalyst based research. As I was talking about, there are some industries which need inorganic catalyst, like people who have done, who have synthesized catalyst, and uh, like people who have done research related to that field, bioinorganic related stuff. So your inorganic chemistry depends upon what specific field of inorganic chemistry you have done. That's what I said, that some field open up lot of doors for you, lot of options for you. So yeah, try to go for that. Okay, there is one more question that, sir, I recently enrolled for GNCSR for my PhD and I was selected in IIT, but I choose GNCSR. Is GNCSR better than IITs? I am still confused. Should I make a decent choice or not? Yes, the thing is that GNCSR is much better than second generation IITs. So if you are getting in second generation IITs, go for GNCSR. It's a good institute. And one more question is there, that doing postdoc in India is worthy or we should go for abroad? Doing postdoc in India is fine. It's not a problem. The only thing is that try to do postdoc in India from a good institute. Then doing postdoc from abroad has, of course, a better like upper hand over doing postdoc in India. But if you are not getting any of like anything, then join postdoc in India instead of just sitting. Okay, that's my recommendation. Because see, there are a lot of fellowships, for example, Ramanujan fellowship, and then there are a few more fellowship like yeah, Ramanujan fellowship is there, and one more is there, I am forgetting the name. These fellowships only consider those who have done PhD from abroad. So then you can, if you are doing sorry, postdoc from abroad, so those who are doing postdoc in India, they will have very less options left. But then after PhD, if you are not getting any opportunity in abroad, then instead of just sitting and waiting, it's good to join as a postdoc somewhere in India itself. At least you will be related to research, and then you can switch to US or abroad anytime. Okay, so I think we have answered most of the questions in the Google form. I just wanted to clear that. Okay, coming back to the chat, okay, because I'm going to summarize the session now, okay. So let's take some last few questions. Okay, Shivani is telling it's great to see you. Okay. What kind of technical skill during PhD? I already discussed about that, right? Chem code. How to find supervisor is dangerous or not, Shaunak? That is, there are few things. I will be making a detailed video on that actually. But yeah, the best way is to find out from the like from people in that institute. Okay, it's always good to talk to people before joining. Okay, maybe the lab people will not answer you. The same people, the people in the same lab might not answer if the PI is dangerous or something toxic. That's the word actually, not dangerous. So yeah, if the PI is toxic, they won't tell you directly, but people around that lab might tell you. Means people from adjacent lab or nearby or in the same department, that might tell you. Okay. Learners designation has asked that, sir, I have completed MSc in microbiology. Can you please suggest me how can I do PhD if I don't have any fellowship? Okay, I am not sure about microbiology because that's not my area of where I have, I mean, where I have my experience. But I think without fellowship, you can join universities. where your fellowship will be low. I mean, without fellowship, I'm assuming you are asking without JRF, right? So without JRF, you can join in universities. Even some IITs take through GATE. So that is again one thing. You have to qualify GATE Excel, and with that you can apply in IITs. But in universities you can go, although your fellowship will be low over there. Okay, you will be getting 8,000 per month, which is very low. But yeah, you can join at least PhD for that. Okay. Okay. Shivani, once I clear, sir, I'll be grateful if you help. Yeah, sure, Shivani, I'll help. I'm here to help. IIT Bombay is good for organic synthesis or ISC Bangalore. See, Ravi, organic synthesis you can do from anywhere in India. But if you have to do it from ISC, right? If you have an option, do it from ISC. Go for the best institute, right? For PhD in organic synthesis, which is good, IIT Bombay, yeah, I think ISC Bangalore you should go for it. If you are getting, go for ISC Bangalore. Issue is asking, sir, is it good decision to quit PhD after 3 years due to lab politics for publication? The issue, if the environment is not good to work, I will not suggest you to stay there and suffer. Leave or switch if there is option to switch to another lab, switch that. Okay, so that's my suggestion to you. Okay, Pulkit, sir, I have completed my MSc in physics from a top state university, and during my MSc I have published 2 research papers in above 5 impact factor in photovoltaic field. Okay, but sir, my interest is in astronomy and cosmology. So sir, please guide me, how can I approach foreign professors for fully funded PhD? See, you have to explain this thing in your email, why you want to join the other or why you want to switch your field. Okay, so you have to tell, and you cannot directly or entirely switch the field. Try to make a comment or make a draft in a way that binds both the things, whatever knowledge you have and whatever you want, astronomy or cosmology you want. So the transition which you are making, how your prior knowledge is going to help you in that transition, that is something which people will be looking for it. If you will just say that I did something in this and I now want to do this, people will say that, oh, you are not stable, or you don't know what is the thing which you are interested in. So that's why it's always good to balance out things, and it's always good to make a smooth transition from the things. Okay, so try to write down something, what you have, what knowledge you have, what things you have, and the transition which you are making, how that is going to affect or how that is going to help you in that thing. Okay. Okay, issue, I have 2 co-authors papers, sir, never gave my group work and blame that I'm not a good in working with team. So what I do? See, I know issue, it has happened with a lot of my friends, a lot of my students, juniors in different institutes. That's the example of a toxic lab. So when the PI, instead of taking responsibility, blames the student, that's something. So okay, now the thing is that either there are 2 options. Either you switch your institute, switch your lab within the same institute, if that is possible, do that. Second thing is that if you think that you can, if you want to do research, still want to do research, and if you have funding and all the other things, I mean fellowship and all the other things, then try to switch the institute. Okay, and you can talk to me on my Instagram or LinkedIn, and we can discuss about it in more detail. Maybe if this is a public platform where you don't want to talk much, so we can talk over there. Okay, issue, so we can have a discussion over there. All right, so I tried to answer, I mean we have answered all the things, and it was a good session, like almost 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's what I can see right now on the screen. So yeah, it's a good session and I enjoyed a lot. I had a good time with all of you. I hope you guys also had a good session, a good time in this particular session. And I'll try to come live more frequent on this channel. Maybe this is the first time I have been here. Next time we'll see more people joining in and more questions coming in. So yeah, it's always encouraging and always exciting So maybe once a month or twice a month, that's what we will decide. I'll inform a little early, maybe next time. But yeah, we'll have more live sessions on this channel. So yeah, if you have not subscribed this, please subscribe to the channel. We will be having, I mean, more sessions over here. Sir, I'm in second year MSc in organic chemistry. I'm doing my research from Bark in radio pharmaceuticals. Good. I wish to do a fully funded doctorate from abroad. May you please guide. Abhishek, I'm making a video. Okay, that video is like maybe it will come by today, tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Like fully funded PhD from Europe. I'm working on that. Okay, I have already worked on that. That video will be live very soon. So stay tuned for that. I have discussed a lot of things in that video. Okay. I have specifically made it for Europe, but you can apply similar things in US also, and I can make a dedicated video for US later on. Okay. Guide for PhD coursework. Sandesh, PhD coursework has nothing to take much tension about. It's like just general things. Try to learn the things which have been taught. Try to utilize that knowledge. So yeah. Okay. Sir, as you suggest, I can enroll PhD, but in very minimal amount. Can you suggest me sidewise hustle or part-time work? See, I don't know what exactly part-time work you want to do. Okay, learner's designation. We can talk on Instagram or LinkedIn for this specific thing. Okay, and we can talk about it. You can be more specific over there, and we can have a discussion. Okay, my Instagram and LinkedIn both you will find in any of the video. The links are there, so you can get over there. Okay. How can I find potential PIs in abroad? Would like to know. There are places how you can. There are some places, Abhishek, which where you can see the positions coming up. If you are applying in Europe, there are some portals where the applications comes up. If you are applying in US, in that case, you have to look for LinkedIn and Twitter for that. Okay, you will get a lot of like advertisements. Okay. Okay, anyone, all those who want to have any specific questions, because I'm just winding up the session. Okay, so you guys can, okay, just a minute. Okay. Right, so okay, I don't know how to do that, but let it be. Oh yeah. Okay, so anyone who is having any specific question, you can feel free to ask me on my Instagram. This is my Instagram link. Okay, and I'm also on LinkedIn, so I'll also share my LinkedIn link so that you guys can drop your messages if you have. Okay, because it's, yeah, I'll just share the links. Okay. Okay, so these are my Instagram and LinkedIn profiles. You guys can contact me if you have any specific queries. Okay, and yeah, I think I'll wind up the session. I'll just answer what issue has asked. Uh, can we get industrial job after having PhD in hydrogel? Yes, that is something where you can have some industrial job options. Yeah, that's hydrogel and ion gel. Yeah, these are the field where you can have some opportunities. Okay, thank you so much guys for joining, and सर मैं आपकी तरह इंग्लिश कैसे बोल सकता हूँ? अंशु यार मेरी इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छी नहीं थी, सही बता रहा हूँ, विथ टाइम इट हैज़ इम्प्रूव्ड। तो बातें करनी पड़ेगी, तुम्हें इंग्लिश बोलना पड़ेगा, कोई भी चीज़ सीखने के लिए वो चीज़ करनी पड़ेगी, है ना। तो अगर तुम मेरा पुराना चैनल देखोगे ना, ऑल अबाउट केमिस्ट्री, और बहुत पुरानी वीडियोस देखोगे, तो इंग्लिश वहाँ पे मेरे फ्लुएंसी वाज वेरी स्लो। अभी भी मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा माई इंग्लिश इज़ वेरी गुड, बट अभी क्या है, यू हैव टू टॉक इन इंग्लिश। यहाँ यूएस में कोई समझेगा नहीं ना इंग्लिश नहीं बोलोगे तो यू हैव टू बी इन दैट इन्वायरमेंट जहाँ आप इंग्लिश बोल सको। सो यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस अ लॉट। बोलने वाली वर्ब जो कम्युनिकेशन, जिसको कम्युनिकेशन इंग्लिश बोलते हैं, जिसमें ग्रामर का यूज़ इतना नहीं होता है, यू कैन, आप अपने दोस्तों से डिस्कस करो, बातें करो इंग्लिश में, ठीक है, तो ठीक होगा। ओके गाइस, ओके, आदित्य का लास्ट क्वेश्चन मैं ले रहा हूँ, देन आई विल जस्ट एंड द स्ट्रीम। आई गॉट पीएचडी इन आईटी पटना in CSE department. I want to complete it within 3 years. Can you please guide? आदित्य, ये तो आपको डिस्कस करना पड़ेगा विथ योर पीआई, ठीक है, कि आपको इतने टाइम में ख़त्म करना है। आई मीन आई कैन नॉट गाइड यू इन दैट, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द लैब, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन कि आपका फील्ड रिसर्च क्या है एंड ऑल द थिंग्स। तो मैं प्रोबेबली इसमें आंसर नहीं कर सकता हूँ, बट आपके गाइड विल बी हेल्पफुल। सो आस्क, clearly tell him that you want to finish your PhD in very very limited time, and he will help you out. Okay, chalo, okay, take care guys, have a great weekend, enjoy your Saturday night and then Sunday. Okay, this is my Saturday morning, so I'll be like having a lot of things to do today. Okay, take care, bye bye, and we will have another session maybe by the end of the month, every month. Okay, so take care, bye, see you everyone. Okay, yeah, thank you Sanimesh. Okay, take care, bye bye.